Now, can you see what we mean when we talk about responsible leadership? The kind of government that a country should be proud of. I just received this envelope. Like you can see, the UK election, general election, is just 3 days away from now. Specifically, it's coming up on the 4th. You can see this is my ballot paper, posted to me in my house. So I got it about 5 days, about 2 weeks ago or thereabout. So you don't really have to go and queue up to vote like we do in Nigeria or in Africa. So some persons, you decide the option you want. If you want the ballot sent to you in the comfort of your home, and that is what the option I've selected. And like you can see, very simple. Here is the ballot itself, comprising the various political parties and the names that you'll be voting for. You choose from one of them. And the way it works here is not like you will vote for, like it happens in Nigeria, that you have to vote for, in order to, as in that you have to vote for different candidates individually and independently. No, it doesn't work like that. So you don't have to conduct presidential elections separately, then you conduct governorship elections separately, senatorial elections separately, which is very capital intensive. I don't know where Nigeria copied its methods from. And they used to say that Nigeria was colonized by Britain. So, but today is really shocking to me that so many things that are being practiced here in the Britain, so many values, Nigeria does not even practice even 1/4 of such values. So I don't know where we copy our values from. Look at, you can see the names of the candidates here. But one thing that intrigues me so much in this whole thing is that you can see that this ballot is not even colored. It's black and white. Can you see that? Which makes it very cheap. But if you see the Nigerian ballot, the money they spend producing the Nigerian ballot papers alone is enough to do major projects that will benefit the lives of citizens. So we have a very long way to go. I don't know, our lives in Nigeria and in Africa generally is just so ostentatious, as in ostentation driven, so costly, so expensive. We buy the biggest kind of cars for all these political office holders at the detriment of the people, the people's lives. Look at what is going on in the country today. Every day you have to pray for God to see you through in order for you to see the following day, the next day. Because BP of people, as in people are developing high blood pressure. Every day, your salary is not even enough anymore for you to even survive with your family. So it's terrible. Look at, there's an envelope with it. So after casting your votes at the comfort of your home, you just put it back in this envelope and go to any post office and simply just post it without stress. You don't need to stress anybody. You don't need to pay. It's free. You post it free of charge. Look at that envelope here. The envelope is already addressed. You see that? You see? So where did we copy our system from? Our system of election in Nigeria, it's way too expensive. It's crazily expensive. There are a lot of things that we need to work on in that country if we must make progress as a people. I'm just so concerned, and I've been looking at this on my table since yesterday night and saying, God, when are we going to get here? When will Nigeria get to this point of development? Look at, very simple. There's no fear that somebody is going to rig anything, somebody is going to. And I also noticed another thing, that here, the candidates themselves do their own campaign by themselves. They go about convincing people. They speak for themselves with respect to their manifestos. But in Nigeria, they appoint spokespersons, professional spokespersons, professional liars who have history, of competence in telling lies. These are people they appoint as spokesmen and women to speak for the candidates. So the candidates do not really speak for themselves. And maybe that's why the manifestos are not manifesting. So these are serious and critical issues that we have to visit in that country. in order for us to make progress. There are a lot of things. Until we get to a point that we start, listening to candidates speak by themselves and not people speaking for them. Because it's out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. So the candidates most times do not even know the content of the manifesto because they are externally generated and, propagated or processed or maybe distributed by these forces. So the spirit of the candidates more often than not is not usually in the manifesto. So how will such manifesto manifest? Manifestos that are engineered, that have been engineered by gullible elements. May God help us as a nation. Honestly, I'm just feeling very worried, very concerned about my country, looking at, the level of civilization that these people have attained. And no stress. Politicians don't spend money. Don't spend so much for elections. These candidates, we've not even seen any of them, to be quite honest, but we are going to vote. Because the candidates we see are the main candidates, which is more like the prime ministers. These are the people that are really campaigning. They are the ones campaigning for their parties. And the voting system is so simple and easily designed such that if you vote for the various representatives, now the seat with the highest win automatically becomes the prime minister. That's how it works. So you don't need to conduct a separate election for a prime minister. So as you vote for the various representatives, across the various regions, then automatically you are systematically choosing who is going to be the prime minister. Parties in the UK, then we have the Scottish, we have the British Unionist Party, we have Reform UK Party, we have the Scottish Libertarian Party, we have Scottish Greens, we have Scottish Labour Party, we have UK Independence Party, different political parties. We've not met. I, for one, have not seen any of these candidates. But I'm here in my house. I want to vote. But what have I done in order to make informed decision? I've gone to start reading the manifestos of these different political parties and looking at the area that covers my interest, what I want. And that's what I'm going to be voting for. There's no middleman, no campaigner that is coming to knock my door. You must vote for this, you must vote for that. Or you give somebody bread, biscuit or bread to vote, to bread to vote for somebody, or give somebody £5 or £1 to vote. Nobody is compelling anybody. You just do it at the comfort of your, make your decision quietly. Even your own wife. Your wife may not necessarily vote for whosoever you are voting for. So that's how it works here. And I'm going to cast my votes just this morning. Then I'll go to a post office and post it. Then I've satisfied and fulfilled my, responsibility as an electorate. So may God help our country, Nigeria, and may God help every Nigerian. We need enlightened citizenship in that country. And that's one of the biggest problems we are having in Nigeria. The citizens are not enlightened. When I say enlightened, it's not just about going to school. Understanding your rights. How many of us as citizens have the constitution of the country? How many of us really follow up with the tide of events? Yes, I know a lot of persons are there, but that's not enough. The decisions of these people affect your everyday life. So we have to be attuned, we have to be current, and most importantly, we have to exert our independence. Hunger not the key person. Everybody, at the point of any election, are there politicians, they remember you, a bag of rice. Rather than requesting for manifestos, we keep requesting for bag of rice, requesting for material things. So how will such a nation be good? Then by the time these people spend so much money, tipping you, giving you to vote for them, they become elected, or they win their elections, then at the end of the day, you expect miracles to happen. No, it's garbage in, garbage out. They want to reap their money because some of them borrowed money. So we need enlightened citizens. Citizens that we vote for candidates based on the superiority of ideas, not on the basis of money back. That is what is going to set our dear country free. That's what is going to give salvation to the country. Not prayers. You are not taking the right decisions, and you go to church, you are praying, speaking in tongues. So God will just be looking at you as being stupid and foolish, because God is a God of order. Is a God of action. So that is how it is. All right. God bless you. Whosoever is watching this, try and watch and share, subscribe, and follow me. God bless you all. This is saying bye for now.